darling.
Welcome back. We are back to our afternoon session, and so I want to get started by saying, look underneath your chair. You ain't nothing underneath your chair, honey. What y'all get? A Ninja Red. How many Ninja Reds do I have? Let's see if y'all found them. 1, 2, 3. Oh, so somebody's not sitting in a chair.
Check one of those chairs.
I'm good over here. All right, congratulations. I figured you needed an infrared boost. Shake up that baby, open it up, and let's go. I hope you put your clarity on. You got some mind wise. We're ready for part 2 in the afternoon. You're just going to ignore Shauna, and hopefully she'll be able to get this fixed. Okay, a couple things that is not on the schedule that I was chatting with some ladies during lunch that I wanted to point out. Because I have some brand new people in here. So this is the aroma guide, and I just wanted to show you in person. Do not screw the lid on. Just kind of lay it on top, and you can pop that aroma guide right off. And you can use this on any other box. Was that worth coming?
Yeah.
And you can use this on anything. I know this comes with your stress away in your box, but it can be used on just about any of them. It's supposed to have an SB on the bottom of it, so you can check that first. I don't care how strong you think you are, if you're doing CrossFit and all that, you cannot get that on by yourself. You have to use the new black lid. Did you hear it snap? Doesn't always snap. Doesn't always snap. So if it doesn't, I will look at it to make sure, and when I come to do this, make sure it's not leaking, that I for sure have got it on all the way.
Now pop it off again.
Okay? You just snap it.
Oh.
Twist it over.
Put the lid on it.
Oh,
Yeah.
with the lid.
Yeah, you have to use it with the lid. So whether you come towards yourself, doesn't matter. It just snaps off.
Can you do that on like a deep clean?
You can paint it later. Yeah. Okay, then Susan wanted to show me her pocket EODR, how nice and organized she is. So I wanted to present it to you guys. So she went to Kinko's or wherever, and she got an extra little protector or whatever. I don't know. Okay, so she put down her EODR or EOPR, essential pocket record. She has all these tabs that help her easily find something. So this is the personal usage directory, and then she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those are the chapter numbers. So she can flip over to that chapter. And then she has some S's and B's for singles and blends so that she knows when those oils start. So however you want to organize it. But I thought that was really clever because this is a lot of information up front. So you can organize it with little tabs and such. Thank you so much.
It just came up. Curtis.
Now you see all my icons. Looky there. Very good.
I did read that in the book. That was just a prayer.
Prayer works. We tell you prayer works. Okay, let's do your price before Sheila comes to do the compensation plan. Let's do a purple gel highlighter. Everybody got your ticket?
Yeah.
Okay. Last 3 numbers. 1, 2, 4. Guys, let's do 4. I'm gonna wing it at you. Ready? We didn't lose an eye, so we're good. Okay, see if the microphone's on.
I'm not visualizing a prize strong enough.
Okay, before Shauna comes, I want to personally show you 2 of the items that are in the Christmas catalog. Shauna's been coming up with a compensation plan. But just sometimes people have to see it, in hand, tangible, feel it, touch it. And so this is the new case that is in the Christmas catalog. So let that zip. It has a little handle that extends. Zipper has the unloading on it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 695 is 30. It holds 30 bottles, 5 milliliter or 15 milliliter. So I absolutely love this. So I will tell you I ordered 2 because my daughter is 18. I started when she was like 15, 16 years old. A hope chest for her. So, is it really archaic? Do you guys do hope chest anymore?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't know if that was an archaic thing or not, but my mother did one for me, and so carrying the tradition. So she had lots and lots of goodies, and it's an actual cedar chest, it's an actual hope chest, it's in my bedroom, and it's stuffed full of stuff for her. And so, of course, on her 18th birthday, enrolled her with Young Living, and she's got her own little Ninja Red bottle and her oils case, which she's so excited about. So this, I'm gonna put the microphone on. This is the new Ninja Red Chrome case. If you guys haven't gotten it, opens up. You've got the chrome bottle there on the left-hand side, and then you've got two of the Ninja Red shot glasses and a bottle of peppermint oil. And then I forget everything that's in here, but this is the red shot, and so it's got a mixture of like all the citrus oils and peppermint, I think. Anybody know? It has peppermint in it, but it also has its own biblical oil, the cassia. That's right, cassia, yes. Which is hot one. It's a great, great oil. So absolutely love that. That was a great little thing. I have asked people before, when they were I asked them if they have a shot glass, you know, because I'm building, telling her, 1 ounce, 2 ounce. You can get, a lot of people have the measuring glass cups from like Target that has the measurements on the side. So I teach people, I say, most women, when they go shopping or out of state, they shop for purses and shoes, and I shop for shot glasses. Strange, but okay, so come on up, Shauna, come on down. Get out your folder and your compensation plan. You will find an IDS, income disclosure statement, and the compensation plan. So, and there's nothing here to cut.
Is this on? All right. So I don't know where all you guys are, so I don't want to give you more information than you need, but I also don't want to start in a place that you aren't. So who here is brand new and has never enrolled anybody? Yay! Okay. So I want to let you guys know from the beginning then, if you enroll somebody, you have to make at least 50 PV order that month to receive a bonus, which is a $25 plus 25% of whatever they order, okay? So let's say you just enrolled and you enroll somebody next month. If you enrolled this month and you have made 150 PV, or I'm gonna say October, you enrolled and you ordered 150 PV, or 100 PV, $150 kit, and it's now November, and you enroll somebody underneath you, you must order this month to get that $50, all right? Now, after that person has been in for 3 months, to get a commission off of them, which we're going to talk about commissions in just a minute, you have to make a 100 PV order. This gets very confusing for a lot of people. Do I need to make a 50 PV order? Do I need to make a 100 PV order? If you are in this to do the business part, you should be on Essential Rewards and you should be making a 100 PV order. But if you have just started out and you're like, I just did $150 and it was the next month, you have to make at least a 50 PV when your people first enroll underneath you their first 3 months. If you have somebody and it's their month number 4, if you want to get any compensation from their order, you must order 100 PV. Any questions on that? Yes.
I was under the impression that they had to have something, like a new enrollee, they had to have 100 people in order to be
It's 50 PV.
So
Any month that they have somebody that enrolls that month to get paid on that new person, they have to have 50 PV. But if they signed up 6 months ago and they signed somebody else up 6 months ago, to get that 8% off of that person, you have to have the 100 PV.
So I just signed up, enrolled someone yesterday.
Which would have been October.
Thursday, so that was in October. Her niece is going to enroll under her.
Which is now November.
Right, so she will have to do 50 points.
In November, she will have to have at least a 50 PV order to receive that check. All right? Especially since we just left October and we're just now in November, people think, well, don't I have 30 days? No. Today is November 1st. Your order has to be for November to receive that. Yes.
And to verify a little bit further, so if her niece would have enrolled in October, would she still have to do that?
No, that month is good. So as long as they had 50 PV or more for that month, they're going to get paid on that new enrollee.
If for some reason they don't meet that 50 PV or 100 PV, does it just go back to Young Living?
Nobody gets the $25. The 25% nobody's going to get, but that person that is above them would get the 5% because it'd be on their second downline if that person made at least a 100 PV order. okay? And we'll kind of talk about compression in just a minute. This right here is just the 50 and 100. I'm gonna move on but if it's a 50, 100 question, go ahead.
So the monthly, for compensation, the monthly 100 is in an ER, is an essential
It
reward.
does not have to be an essential reward order. It just has to be 100 PV. But we're gonna talk about essential rewards. You wanna be on essential rewards if you're ordering 100 PV every month, or you just lost out on a lot of extra points.
Okay, if theirs is say the 22nd and they have someone that they enroll on the 5th, they'll get it, they will for that month. They will,
Yes, it's just a
because it
month.
keeps track. Okay.
Yes. So yeah, it doesn't have to be, but sometime before the end of the month, so for November, we have 30 days. So sometime in the month of November, they have to make an order. That's why a lot of times if we see some of your leaders may contact you and say, hey, did you know that you haven't made an order this month? And if you want to receive a check, you're going to have to make an order this month, because a lot of times we people. So you as leaders need to make sure any of your team members that just enrolled somebody, maybe they had a class and they've enrolled, they've never done this before, and they ordered and enrolled the month before, they didn't realize they had to order this month, you want to make sure that you let them know. That's part of our job as a leader, all right? Okay, so on your sheet here, it says distributor 100 on it, but we always get calls on that 50, so I wanted to make sure that was clear. As a star, who here is a star? Okay, so that means as a star, well, let's go back to distributor. As a distributor, you're going to get paid on level 1. That's anybody that you've enrolled personally and you're sponsoring personally, which comes to another question that people always ask. What's the difference between an enroller and a sponsor? Okay, if you're just starting out, you're going to be both. Okay, the enroller is the person that's going to get that $25 bonus where it says Start Living Kit, $25 bonus on premium kits. Only the enroller gets that. Okay, the sponsor is the one that's going to be getting the 8% of the compensation. All right. So let's just say, for instance, can I have two of you guys come up here for me? Can you come up here? Okay. So Gail, you're going to be the sponsor. Okay. Linda's going to be the enroller, which perfect. Okay. So let's say that Linda has been talking to Debbie. Can you come up here for me, Debbie? Okay. So Linda's been talking to Debbie, but Linda has this awesome team already built up, and she is trying to help Gail and says, Gail, do you know Debbie? And Debbie says, oh, I love her. Gail says, I love Debbie.
I love it.
And so Linda here says, okay, this is what we're going to do. I have been talking to Debbie. I'm going to be the enroller, but you're going to be the sponsor. So I'm going to have you come right over here. She has just signed up. Okay, this is November. Linda is going to get $25 plus 25%, so she's going to get the $50. Gail is not going to see anything those first 3 months. Okay, does everybody understand? After those first 3 months, Gail is going to now get 8%. Linda's going to get 5% because Debbie is now on her first line, her second line. Does that make sense? If Linda had just been both the sponsor and the enroller, Gail's just a friend, okay, then she would have got the 25% the first 3 months, plus after those 3 months, she's going to get the 8%. All right? Yes.
So why is Linda not just giving her to her in the first place?
Well,
Just I don't know.
right. Let's say that she has spent a lot of time with Debbie. Okay. Now this is different. Let's say that Linda did a class at Gail's and Gail invited Debbie. Then Gail's going to be the enroller and the sponsor. But this has been something separate. Linda and Debbie have been working together, but she's talking to her and she finds out that she knows Gail. You know, maybe they know each other somewhere different outside of what Linda and Debbie have been working with. And she's wanting to help Gail build her team. And so this is a great opportunity since they already know each other to help one another out. All right?
So she's just gonna keep that initial money.
She's keeping that, and maybe she's going to give her a free essential oil pocket reference because she signed her up. That's $25 out of her pocket. If she was to put her under that, and let's just say Gail did absolutely no work up to this point, but now they're going to be working together as a team. All right?
And so for new distributors who are just new to enrolling people, is there a number, like X number, that
So that's a good question, and everybody does it differently. I'm just gonna tell you how I personally do it, because that's all I can do is tell you how I personally do it, all right? I teach a lot of classes for other people, all right? So I'm gonna use them as an example again. Linda has gone over to Gail's and taught a class, okay? And let's say Gail has 5 people that want to enroll that night. Your sisters, right? Can you come up here, please? Perfect. Perfect. Y'all just think you sit on the front row. Okay, so both of these ladies came to this first class that Gail has. They're sisters, okay? It's not going to be in Gail's best interest nor in their best interest because they look like they're pretty close. Okay, y'all close, right? Y'all live in the same town? No?
Well, different cities, but
Oklahoma, all right? So since they're sisters, it would be better for Gail to sign Debbie up, okay? And then have her sister sign up under her, all right? Now they're gonna need to discuss who's the enroller and who's the sponsor, but probably Gail's a nice lady and says, hey, this is your sister. I know I invited both of you guys because I know you both, but this is your sister, and I wanna bless you, so you're going to be the enroller. You're gonna be the sponsor, all right? Or she's gonna be the sponsor, she's gonna be enrolling under her. So really, this is how this is gonna look. Linda has Gail, Gail has Debbie, and Debbie has Vicky. All right? Her first line or second line or third line. Now, as you were just asking, is this important? If you were a distributor, you're only gonna get paid on your first and second level, okay? So for Linda, if she is just a distributor, she's really not gonna benefit from this right here. But let's look at long term. Linda didn't get into this to be a distributor. She got into this to be a silver and above, right? Okay? So she's looking at the future. And she'd much rather these ladies be working together than, I don't want to call it competition, but competition, if they were on a separate line. Then the other sister, is there another sister? The other sister's going to have to choose between the two of them. Who am I going to enroll under? Instead, I'm a sister. I come up and now I'm going to enroll under her. We're all a team and we're all working together. First level, second level, third level, but we're all on the same line. Does that make sense? So when I teach classes, I really try and talk to the people and see, you know, if they're all related, I'm going to somehow put them together. If they go to the same church, we're going to try and put those together. If they're friends that live on the same street, we're going to put those together. All right? We don't necessarily want it going down in line of 5 because now Linda just taught this class and she's not going to benefit if there's 5 levels down. But there is a lot of times a way that we can put them together where we're a couple levels down.
so she's not sponsoring. Or she was sponsoring.
She's just the person that came and taught the class and she's going to benefit from it for compensation reasons. So this is her top. She's going to get paid 8%, 5%, and 4% because she's actually a silver. If she was a distributor, though, she would only get paid on these first 2. Okay, so if you'll look on here, it says distributor level 1, 8%, level 2, 5%. That's all she's going to get paid on. Does that make sense?
I'm still not following how, like, okay, sponsor enroller.
Okay, well, that was before. Now we're not talking. We're talking about a class, different setting.
Right.
Okay, so she's going to be the enroller and the sponsor
I'm just talking.
because she taught the class. Before, she was just talking to this person one-on-one. Gail wasn't in the picture. Gail at this time, we're talking about class setting, has invited these ladies. She's invited Linda to come in and teach. Linda has come in and teach for Gail. Gail is going to get those people as an enroller and the sponsor, unless we have something like this. These are sisters. Okay, do we want them on separate teams? Okay, so Gail's saying, I'm willing to give up my $50 so I can have you guys working together.
So you're basically always telling like, each individual person you're the enroller and sponsor. I'm just wondering, like, if someone who comes in to teach a class with someone who doesn't know anything about Gail, or maybe is not inviting any relatives, friends, I teach the class, and I sponsor, she enrolls everybody, but can I be the sponsor, or is that never done?
That's the opposite direction you're not going to want to do.
Okay, that's what
Yeah.
so.
You're going to be the enroller and the sponsor, or you're going to have somebody underneath you be the sponsor and you're the enroller. I don't even know, can you do it the opposite?
What?
She's the top line,
Right.
okay? And then this is her first.
She enrolls and sponsors number 2, right?
Yep, this she is enrolled and sponsored her. She has enrolled and sponsored her. She has enrolled and sponsored her. These two are together.
Right. Oh, I thought you split up the enroller and sponsor to somebody down the line, no?
You can, but we're not going to in this case because they're sisters. So
Right.
let's pretend like these are friends.
So I guess this is my question. As someone who goes in and teaches the class, people that she has no idea, everyone else could be inviting.
Right. I'm not going to go home with anybody
I'm not going home with anybody.
but a team.
And I'm not, but they're my team, so I don't ever want to sponsor anybody in class.
Not unless you brought that person. If you brought that person, but if you did not do the inviting, then no, you're not going to sponsor them. And unless that person says, I do not want to do a business, so you can take them, I just wanted you to come and teach a class, but I don't want anybody underneath me, then you may be the enroller and sponsor. But typically, if you're going into someone's home and teaching the class, I always give that to them. I'm just,
Right, but I'm just saying, I know they enroll, but that little sponsor, that dangling sponsor thing, is what confusing me, because the enroller gets the money, right?
Well, they
Just
get the
fast,
initial.
quick money. There's sponsors
Not
out there
long-term.
who are like floating around benefiting from somebody else's work. So
Right.
I'm wondering, when do you make someone else a sponsor?
okay. Well, here's the thing. If, we're going to look at this, okay? So let's say Linda teaches the class for Gail.
Right.
Gail signs these two ladies up, just like we said. But let's say Gail says, I'm really not interested in doing the business. I'm not ordering anything this month. Can you take a step back? No, sure, just take a step back. Okay, so Gail's decided that this month she's not going to order. Can you step aside right next to Linda? Now Debbie is her first line, and now she is her second line. Because she did not make an order, people are still going to benefit. So when you're saying that they're going to get paid for doing nothing, they only get paid if they order 100 PV. Okay? Sponsors can only get paid
Right,
if they're ordering. So they are doing something.
okay.
Okay?
But not for their downline.
Well,
I have a
they're the ones
sponsor
that invited it.
Yeah, I have a sponsor that is totally absent. And she does something, she orders 100 PV a month, but the support, there's absolutely no
Right.
support.
And
So
I
she's not
understand that, but I think those of us that are doing the business, that's when you step up, and that's why you have us and they have you and stuff. Because if it hadn't been for her inviting these two ladies, they would not be on your team. So she has done something, and that's how MLM works, direct marketing, is she's always gonna get paid for having invited them and have that class. Okay?
No, okay,
No?
yeah.
So this lady is enrolling this lady's enrolling that lady. And sponsoring.
Yes.
Lady one, enroll sponsor. Lady two, enroll sponsor.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay.
It wasn't split up, ever.
And then if I have a party, I go and run
Right,
and
right. And then
sponsor
and someone else can come in
whoever
and teach.
comes to mind.
So I guess what I'm basically asking is, when someone comes in, even if they're on your team, of course they're on your team, what am I saying? I'm still so new, sorry.
Right, that's fine.
But you go in and you teach, and they've done all the inviting, they're gonna be enroller sponsor always.
Well,
Well, no, I take that back.
not always, because remember,
Right,
she
brought somebody else.
she has her sister there, and so she is going to be.
Split that up. It's just, I guess the whole,
It's-
when do you decide that someone else is the sponsor and you're the enroller, or they're the
Right.
enroller and you are the sponsor?
I like to look at it as teams, okay?
Okay.
So every time I'm teaching a class, I'm looking at how can I help this person have teams. So come back again, Gail's coming back in here. So Linda is looking for team members to help her.
Right.
Okay, she needs several team members to get to gold. Now that she's, well, let's just use silver. She just now made silver. How many people did you need? How many team leaders?
How many did I have?
No, how many did you need to hit silver?
Oh, legs.
2 legs.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. Sorry.
2 legs.
She needed 2 legs, so she needed 2 team leaders is what I like to call them, okay? Gail is one of them. How many people did you have to have on that leg to hit silver? How many OGB?
10.
Total 10,000, 4,000. Do you think she's ever gonna buy $4,000 worth of OGB in a month? She has to have people underneath her. It's only going to help Linda to help this person build this leg. Okay? But let's say, sometimes, like you were saying, the sponsor doesn't want to do things. So take a step back again. If Gail decides that she does not want to be working this as a business, but these girls invite all of you, okay? Linda still has a leg here that's a working leg,
Right.
okay? So it's always in our best interest to build teams. That's how I think about it. When I'm going in, how can we help build a team? You had someone that saw hand.
Well,
Michelle?
I just, because I think this can get so complicated, like I've watched things over and over
Right.
and over and over. But the thing that has helped me the most, and I really did have to study a lot, and you gave it to us, which I love, is helping me understand how to read this.
Right.
Because once you understand how to read this, when your questions come up later, it really does kind of help.
Right.
Again, I'm a believer in teaching people to fish.
Right.
And it took me forever to figure out how to just read this by myself, but once you do,
Exactly.
everything that you're walking through with your cute example ladies up there looking so cute and fresh, makes sense when you put it in
Right.
this handout. But this took me a long time to read. So, are you gonna take this?
Yeah, I'm gonna
I
go
love
through
it.
that, just to try to answer the question. Just a second, let's go through and see if we answer some of the questions. So when it says distributor, you're getting paid on level 1 and 2. If Linda was a distributor, she's gonna get paid in Gale, and she's gonna get paid on Debbie. That's why it helps to build up on rank, because when you become a star, you now get paid level 1, 8%, level 2, 5%, level 3, 4%. So when Linda hits a star, she's now gonna get paid on all 3 levels. Does that make sense? Okay. If she becomes a senior star, she's gonna get paid 4 levels. So if I was here, I would now be her 4th level. I'm gonna get paid. All right? When you get to executive, you get paid level 5, which is 4%. That's as far as we look at on levels. All right? So when you're helping people, that's kind of where you're looking at is how many levels they have. They want to be increasing rank to get paid on that. All right? Y'all go ahead and sit down. Thank you. Okay. So looking at PV, every time you move up, you have a different PV. So as a distributor, 100. As a star, you have to have 500 OGV. Does everybody know what OGV stands for? Overall group volume. That is what your whole team is bringing in. All right? Not just how much you bought, not just how much one of your team members, but all of them. To become a senior star, you have to have 2,000 OGV. Okay? For all of this, you had to have ordered 100 PV for the month. You're not going to be, if you only ordered 50 PV, you're never going to be more than a distributor. Does everybody understand that? Okay? Even if you had 4,000 OGV and you ordered $50 worth, you're a distributor. You're not going to be an executive. Now, when we get to executive, it says leg and OGV. This is where it changes up a little bit. You have to have 2 legs. That means you need to have 2 members that have people underneath them. All right? When Linda was up here, she only had Gail. That was only 1 leg. She would need a second person to have 2 legs. Each of those legs have to have 1,000 OGV. That means, I like to think if you had 100, just to make it easier, that leg would need at least 10 people ordering 100 PV to have 1,000, right? Okay? So, any questions just looking from distributor to executive? Yes? PGV isn't going to come into effect until we talk to the next part. Okay, so just any questions on that right there, distributor to executive?
Only goes to
Okay. So, how becoming silver is different is that PGV you just asked about, personal group volume. Okay, so to become silver, you need 10,000 OGV, that's overall group volume. You need, the PGV at 1,000 is a separate leg, more or less, or separate legs of personal volume coming in. And what I mean by that is if we use Linda again, since she just hit silver, okay? So Linda's up here, and we have Gail. Let's say I was her second leg. Each of us had 4,000 or more OGV. 4,000 plus 4,000 is 8,000. She had to have 10,000 to make silver. She had other people that's here sitting in the room, okay, that were other legs that equaled 1,000 or more. Okay, does that make sense? So more or less, when somebody asked a minute ago, how many legs do you want to have underneath you before you start building on those? okay, is you're gonna always wanna have at least one more. It's great to have even more than that because, in a little bit Denise is gonna come up and talk about this area here called the Rising Star Bonus. But you're gonna always wanna have at least one more because you're gonna have to have more volume. And unless you plan on doing all that ordering, the 1,000 OGD per month or the 1,000 PV per month, you're gonna need that extra additional coming in, not just from your two main legs. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. The difference between silver and executive, that little line, other than everybody knows about the Aroma Complete, does everybody know about the Aroma Complete? If you become executive, you have 6 months, okay, to become silver without losing your executive, and Young Living will bless you with 120 oils and a little taste right here. You can show that, Rhonda? Once you become a silver, you get paid on what's called generation commission. So you're going to get paid. I'm sorry. As Rhonda walks by, Aroma Complete. Who all has earned an Aroma Complete? And I say earned because you will know you have to earn it. Do y'all mind standing? Go ahead and stand up if you've earned an Aroma Complete. And say hi, I earned it. All right? You've earned it. You don't have to have it yet. You've earned an Aroma Complete. Okay? Now that you're a silver or above, go ahead and have a seat. You're going to get paid what's called generation commission. All right? And it has on here, as a silver, you get paid on your first 3 levels or generations. That means for anybody that is an above an executive, so if they're a silver and above, they become their own generation. So more or less you're getting paid more than once for the same people. That's the way I like to look at it, okay? You get paid 2% extra on that first generation. If you have a second generation, you get paid 3%. On the third generation, you get paid 3% also. It also says you get a 6% full generation leadership bonus. That means when you hit silver, as a silver, you get paid 6% of whatever it is. It's been about an average of $50 per month. So 6 times 50, you got about $150. Anybody, any generation that you get underneath that. So for instance, me, I have a couple of silver and aboves in here. I get paid on them also. All right? So if I get $150 for the month for me, I also get $150 for them. When you become gold and platinum, that we're not going to get into, you just get paid on more generations and you get paid more on the pool. Okay, so it says silver is 1 share, gold is 2 shares, platinum 3 shares, and so on. That's that 6% pool generation leadership bonus. Each one is considered a share, and so you just get paid more on those. So it pays to have your team members. Somebody asked me one time, is this a good thing or a bad thing that I hit silver, or I had someone become silver? And the reason they were asking is they didn't know if they were going to lose out. You actually get paid on them. So you want your people to become silvers and above because you're going to benefit from it also. For more than just that reason. I'm just saying for a business financial part of it. All right? Any other questions between distributor all the way up to silver?
I don't have a question, I don't have a question, but on the new virtual terminal, if you go under the rank tab from your organization, it really clarifies, and I think it's a clear picture of where you need to be next and where you are. So if you haven't checked that out, look at that tab.
And another question a lot of people ask, and sometimes, especially with the new virtual office, it's going to be very clear today. If you get on there, we are all distributors as of right now. As of 12 a.m. Somebody who, I don't know, somebody may not be a distributor right now. There might have been enough orders underneath them to not be a distributor. But everybody at the beginning of the month becomes a distributor again. Okay, so we're all starting from that same point every month. But as your teams grow, you will find that you will hit those ranks really quick. So she's got 5,000 people underneath her. There is a good chance that she, by 6 a.m., was already a star. Were you a star this morning?
I didn't look.
You didn't look. Okay. Yeah, she doesn't like that it tells her that she's a distributor on November 1st.
It's very impressive.
I look at it, and I look at the cup full. I'm like, okay, yay! It's only the second, and I'm already at this, and I'm third, I'm already this, and fourth, I'm already that. So
And Linda just went silver, and she said, nothing like keeping you humble.
be on Essential Rewards to get any bonus period, right?
No.
Not start or
Okay, she's going to talk about the essential reward bonus, but to get the premium starter kit, start living kit bonus, that's that $25. You do not have to be on essential rewards. To be a business builder, you do not have to be on essential rewards. We will think that you are crazy if you're not on essential rewards. Because if you're ordering 100 PV every month to get paid, you're losing a minimum of $10 worth of product on a monthly basis. After 6 months, it's going to be 15, and after a year, it's 20%. Who here wants to pay $100, not get paid $20 back by just ordering because you're ordering anyway?
Don't
Okay.
raise your hand.
There's some.
Check yourself.
They don't know squat about Essential Rewards, but they brought two friends. And those two friends, they signed up one day, I just had 4 days ago, and two friends want to sign up, but now it's November. I don't have to go back and say to her, sorry, I misspoke, you need to be on Essential Rewards to get that bonus from the two that you're going to sign up. So they don't have to get on Essential Rewards. So that's just kind of.
They do not have to be on essential rewards if they just sign people up, and that's all they get.
So for that, just that first 3 months, 25% on whatever they buy, that's all.
At any time, they do not have to be on essential rewards to get an enrollment kit bonus. So anybody can receive that $25 bonus if they sign somebody up with a kit, as long as they've ordered at least 50 PV for the month. Okay? Now, you can order just 50 PV on essential rewards. That's the minimum, but you do not have to be part of essential rewards to do that. All right?
And the only bonus you're missing out on is the Rising Star bonus, if you're not on ER, which Denise is about to
Which
talk
Denise is about to talk about.
Only bonus.
Yes, Michelle?
Yeah, I was just gonna, another aha moment for me was the word bonus and the word unilevel commission.
Right.
Bonus and commission are different buckets. And like what you're saying, you can earn a bonus without doing the essential rewards piece.
Just the premium starter kit bonus. The bonus that she's gonna come up, we're gonna let her go ahead and come up.
But you can also earn commission and not be on the Essential Rewards.
Exactly.
It doesn't make any sense, like we said, but I've had people who, they had not been ordering and they, whatever, anyway, they were gonna make a commission, and so they just bought $50. But they've also had people who were ordering $76 along or whatever, and then all of a sudden they had somebody and they thought, oh, I'm gonna commission, and they wanted to. They didn't even care about it. So then they just added whatever, 30 to their order and made 100 and made commission. So I mean, you don't have to be on Essential Rewards. I won't say your anything yet.
Silly, it's silly, not silly.
Yeah.
It's stupid. We don't say the S word.
It's financial.
It makes no sense.
Right. If you're ordering on a monthly basis, you want to be on essential rewards because you are losing out. It has nothing to do with anything other than you are losing out. Okay?
And basically what I say is, if you ladies and men that are in here, you're here because you're business builders. You're here because you want to learn how to build a team and be a leader. Get your stuff on Essential Rewards. You should be. You need to have an EODR and you need to be on Essential Rewards, spending 100 PV, right? Okay. All right, so Denise, we'll take questions here in a minute, but we need to move along. Denise is now going to go over the one more way to get paid. It's called the Rising Star bonus, and this is the one where you do have to be on Essential Rewards.
And can I tell you one thing about stacking people, like when you're talking about like making yourself sponsored, all kinds of stuff, just say one thing. I tell my team, I will help you, and we can get into this particulars later. I will help you if you're on Essential Rewards with 100 PV and you've signed up somebody on your own. I'm not going to help someone who's not going to help themselves. Because I wasted it. I could have given them to somebody who would help them. So anyway, that's all right. Rising Star bonus. Who has ever gotten a Rising Star bonus share? Okay, Rising Star bonus. You have to be a star, a senior star, or an executive. So I had 2 friends back there that were going to help me. You will come up. And then my 6 people from Lawton that are here, I had 2 more. So if you're from Lawton or you're on my team, get your, come on. Okay, Ruthie, come here. Ruth is in training to be a diamond. This is how we start them up in Lawton. We start them young, and she's not even 18. She can't have membership yet, but she is learning, and she is you. Ruthie represents you. Yay! She's either a star, a senior star, or an executive. Ruthie has 100 PVER. Rising Star bonus is based on that you are on Essential Rewards. Okay, you can scoot over here. Yay for you. Rising Star bonus is 1% of Young Living's total commissionable sales for the month divided among everybody who qualifies for a share. Okay? So, I don't know how to do this with this microphone. I talk really loudly. I'm cool. Okay.
Do you need this one?
You guys want to here next to her. Ruthie has been working very hard. She has been wearing and sharing and caring. And she has 7 people on her front line. And she's done a fantastic job explaining the benefits of Essential Rewards. So everyone on Ruthie's front line has how much?
100 PV.
100 PV on DR. I'm so excited for Ruthie. She's done a fabulous job. She looks at these people and she's helping them. And you know what happens? All of a sudden, her first 3 people she's been working with now have 300 OGV. They ordered $300 themselves?
No.
Or no, they did not. What happened? Their whole OGV, their overall group volume is 300. What does Ruthie get for her Rising Star bonus? How many shares does she get? 1. Yay, Ruthie! You got a share for these people. Can you guys step back? Okay. Well, she's had these other people that she's been working with, and all of a sudden she realizes that she has 500 OGV. She's looking down and she's like, oh, they're still at 300. She's at 500. And you know what? She has another one at 500. Now, how many shares does she get? 2. She gets 2 more for these people. So for this month, if this was her month, you can hold all those. She got 1 share for them and 2 shares for them. Usually what happens is they're going to be your 500, move all around. Does this mean that they're going to stay and it's going to be all this pretty perfect like this? No. I'll tell you the really frustrating thing was I had 1,000, 1,500, nothing. And I was like, are you kidding me? Or I'd have like 1,000, 1,000, 1,500. They were that counted for my first year. I didn't get the $1,000 or the 500. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. Even though they're over, you still have to just count them as your basic one. I would go, hey guys, really? So anyway.
So what happens the next month when one of her 300s doesn't order on the PVs?
If her 300 doesn't get ER?
Yeah, doesn't do the
Well, then
ER.
this is gone. And so then she moves over and she still just gets 1 share. That's what I'm saying. That's how it works. But simplified, we're going to make it all perfect. They're at 1,000 and 1,000. And how many shares does she get for them? 3. So she has 6 shares. Does anybody know what the basic average share for a Rising Star bonus is right now? 46, 40, something like that. So if she gets 6 shares total, 1 for her 300, 2 for her 500s, and 3 for that, how much is she gonna be making? A lot. Like almost $300 extra a month. Okay, here's the beauty of it. People ask me all the time, where do I put people? Where should I put them? How do I sign them up? Who should I work with? And I say, I don't know. For a long time, we didn't know. Rhonda and I didn't know. We kind of just fell into things and we tried to figure it out and made some mistakes and all that kind of stuff. But now I say, oh, I do know. If you will work the Rising Star bonus, you are set up for what? Silver.
Royal Crown Diamond.
Royal Crown Diamond. How many ladies does it take to make Royal Crown Diamond?
6.
6. You've got 6 people who are on. Now, why do we have 7?
Backup.
Because you have to have 1,000 PV outside of your business legs. So, Ruthie works with these 2. They get to 1,000, and she's at 4,000. So here's her executives. Then they build up, and they get to 4,000. She's at 10. Who are they? Her silvers. Then where I am finally, I thought, oh, that was so easy. 2 legs are so easy. My 3rd leg, I was like, are you kidding me? I didn't build a 3rd leg because I didn't know. So I wasn't working. I wasn't looking at my team thinking I need to be working with all these people, right? Here's my 3rd leg. She's my gold. Oh, now I've already got some people in line because I learned my lesson. Here's my 4th leg. What is she? My platinum. And I've got my 5th leg lined out. She's my
Diamond.
Then Crown Diamond and Royal Crown. I only need 6. Okay? And here's my extra outside P. That one. Make sense? Clear as mud? Perfect.
Does that answer your question, Joanna?
You need to teach this. You need to build your team.
I think I'm just much closer. So now this means when you have these legs and you teach a class and people are
enrolling, not invited by anyone. You enroll and you give them to one of them.
Sure I do.
Okay, I get it now.
But I don't just have these people on my front leg. I have more than this on my front leg on Essential Rewards. And I mean, I might, I don't know. If I'm teaching a class and I see that Angie, she's wonderful. She's amazing. She is amazing. This is for real. She's amazing. Well, I have lots of amazing people, but she's amazing. And I know how hard she's been working. I know how hard she's been sharing. I know everything. And I'm at a class and I've got 4 extra people who didn't come with anyone. Maybe they just came because they saw I was teaching a class. You betcha. I'm giving them to her. And you know what? I'm probably going to make her the enroller and the sponsor because that's where I am right now. And I want to bless her.
Well, what if you're not there yet? Can I enroll and give them a sponsor to somebody else?
Sure.
Yes. Thank you.
But I wouldn't until I had my foundation laid.
Right.
Because I did that first. Because I'm a pastor's wife and I'm a giving person and I just gave them away and I just gave everybody the enroller and the sponsor and I never got a bonus and I was like, what is wrong with me?
That's why I'm wondering.
It's
How
okay.
many people should you have yourself before you start sponsoring, giving somebody
Your front
else
leg.
Because, again, are these your friends or are these people that you're teaching classes?
my teachers, my direct family friends.
But again, are you gonna break up your family members?
Yeah.
Or do you want them working as a team? Because that's when it gets confusing. You wanna have a big top line,
Right.
but only if it's gonna be working in your advantage and not your disadvantage.
Right. I'm
But
not
the thing is because, and I never do that without asking them first. And here's how I do it. I say to that person, I say, you know what? I'm helping Angie build her business. Can I make her your sponsor? But I'm still your first line of contact. If you're not comfortable with that, then you can just go right with me. But I really want to bless her. I've never had anybody say that. I have my son, 2 sons, and my mom all in my downline. And I sign people underneath them all the time. And I say, we're working it as a family business because we are. And I say, can I put you under my son? You still have direct access to me. I'm your person.
That's where I was going. But you still want to have at least 7 before you start building it up, or you
That's 7 business builders.
These are 7 business builders on 100 ER. I would have.
How many would you have?
150. Deborah Rayburn has 150 on her front line.
So did you do that before you started building the
Yeah,
children's
for
line?
15 years.
Did I know that?
Did you do it before you started building the children's line?
No, because I didn't know what I was doing. So therefore, my firstborn son, he went silver really fast, and he has all these fantastic people who should be on my front line, and he has way more. I mean, I guess not way more, but he has way more OGB than he really needs for what the business that I have. And if he hadn't had all that OGB, I would have been gold a long time ago. You know what I'm saying? It would have been better for me to have him, but I didn't know I was doing it. I just gave everybody to him because I just thought that was the easy way to do it.
The bottom line is there is not one right way or perfect way to build a business. I mean, if you were trying to answer your question and you hear us go, oh, well, maybe sometimes, and it's not we're trying to be fickle or lead you astray, there's no really right or wrong way. So I've got some people I'm working with right now, they're brand new business builders, they've only enrolled 2 people, they get their 3rd person, they say, where should I put them? Right under you?
Yeah.
You're not ready to staff. I'm not a fan of placing people under people unless there's a true intent. Now, I will tell you, I'm going to give you a couple more
They do
examples.
teach this now as a way to set your foundation.
Yes, this is a Rising Star bonus is a way to set yourself up, your base foundation for Royal Crown Diamond. Isn't that where you want to be? Now, it has to be your goal because I've got one girl who says, this is not my goal yet. I want that enrollment complete, wherever it is. I want that. So she found 2 business builders, and that's all she did. She was massively deep. She's silver, and her 3rd leg, she does have somebody else, and the OGB is at 400. She's starting all over to be able to get to gold, right? She's okay. She went silver, she got the enrollment complete, that's what she wanted. So it depends on what your goal is. Okay, now I'll tell you one other example. When I was building, when I was an executive, didn't really know it, had no idea what I was doing. Oh, okay, got this paycheck, $236. I paid for my oils. I think there's something in this, so we're going to go for this. Had no idea what I was doing. Okay, so I did not get that kid at all, but I enrolled my son. He was 20 at that time, or 19, I think, enrolled him under me. So then I started putting people under my son. My son's not doing anything with business at that point. giving him the money. So I made me the enroller and him the sponsor. I needed him to have the OGB. But for the first 3 months, you know, the half-star bonus, that went to me. Okay, then, hi Elizabeth. I just saw a video. I'm going to talk about Elizabeth Walker. Okay, Elizabeth Walker, she is a gold, soon to be platinum on our team. Total stranger, found me on Facebook, enrolled. And I saw that she was enrolling a couple people, but she worked at a school, ASL interpreter, and I called her up. I was like, eeny, meeny, miny, moe, close my eye. I need to find 2 people on Kyle's team to work with to get them to silver to get that kit. So I called her up. I said, hey, I'd like to start building your team. I would like to start placing people in your team. Are you okay with that? She's like, I guess. I'm not really interested in this right now. I'm working full time, so forth. I said, well, since I'm the one doing the work, she's in another state. Anybody new, brand new, total strangers, I'm going to place them on your team. I'm going to be the enroller. Enroller makes the money, but I need her to have the OGB. She's a sponsor. I got Kyle to silver in 3 months. She is now a massive business builder because she started getting this check going, what has Rhonda done? I'm about to put 30, 40 people on her team. Not sure if that's right, Elizabeth, I'll have to look that up. But it's awesome the way that that worked. Other than that, I will never place somebody on somebody else if they're typically not working it. That was a goal and it was worth it to me to get that. Now I got blessed. She turned out to be a business builder. Doesn't always happen that way. So I say you pray about it and you look at the situation. You've got family situation, relationships. In your situation, hon, when we did that class for you, and the 2 mother and daughter that were there, and we weren't thinking until we moved, mother and daughter both enrolled under her. I called her the next morning and said, no. I didn't even realize they were mother and daughter. One of them needs to go under the other one. They need to be on the same team, just like the sister situation here, right? So, the mother enrolled with you, and the sister, or the daughter rather, went underneath the mother. Okay? I hate that word underneath, but as a team member. Okay? Is that all right? Do you need have any more questions? You go on. Okay.
I want to reflect back on something you said a minute ago about getting the 2 legs so you can get the kit, but then having to start over with a third to have a proper foundation. Some of the things I've seen online is to always be working with 3 at a time, 1 batch with 3, and then your next batch with 3. So is it in our best interest long term to be shooting for the kit when we're looking for profitability? Should we be shooting for the 2 or for 3 at a time? Even though it might take a little longer. Because all the incentives sound like it should be 2 so you can get the kit and go silver, then you got to start over with a third.
And that has to be a personal goal. And just realize this person is back at square one. She's got to get that leg to 8,000 to get to gold. And these other 2 are she's massively deep. They're going strong. She's already got executives in there. They're about to go silver. It's going to be a while before she's gold unless she really starts working on this 3rd leg. But that was her goal. She said, this is what I want. I want that kit. I want it now. I want to go to the silver retreat. Okay, we go whenever. So it has to kind of be a personal call, whatever your goal is there. Okay, I wish I had set it up differently. Again, I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have this foundation. Not once did I get the Rising Star bonus. I didn't know what I was doing. I got my congratulations letter. Do they still send out a letter from Young Living? Did you guys get a letter? You're the executive. You're silver. Did you get that? Yeah, okay. So I got my letter, and I called Young Living. I said, I just got a letter. It said, congratulations, you're executive. She goes, well, great. I said, what does that mean? So she looked at me, she goes, oh, nothing for you, honey. And that's because I never did build it correctly. I didn't know what I was doing. If you look on your sheet here for executive, the of being able to go executive is now you get paid 4% on your 5th level. Do you see that? I didn't have anybody on my 5th level.
How deep were you at the time? You were just all single, just very tall? Did anybody deep?
Yeah, I had quite a few, but they weren't business builders. They were just users, just oilers that were ordering. Yeah, and then I had kind of 2 strong legs, but that was it. It was like 1st, 2nd, 3rd level. That was it. So nothing truly happened. So as Mary Young will always tell you, you build wide. Wide is a leg, build wide. Your Rising Star going to 7 people. Support deep. When I had a class for you, we did a class for her in my home a couple weeks ago. 7 people were there. 1 was already a member. Guess how many enrolled at my house that night? 6 people. Wow. 100%. Did I take anybody? No, I did that as a service for her. That's what we do. Everybody enrolled under her, or the 1 daughter went, underneath the mother. Okay, so that was called, so for me, supporting okay? And you're building wide and I'm supporting you. Okay, so build wide, support deep. All right, let it come.
Can I just share, can I say about our conversation, like when I went silver and because I had
That's your
max.
personal conversation if you want to, yes.
Okay. So, just because of what you asked, I'm going to share that the Lord built my business. So I tell people pray a lot because I really had no idea. I still am not a compensation whiz at all. I just pray and say, thanks God for the paycheck. Don't know how I got it, but thank you, Lord, for the paycheck.
Okay, good. No, I'm really glad to hear that because.
Okay. So Rising Star bonus. When I actually hit silver, my check went down my first month because I had maxed out the Rising Star bonus as an executive and we had this three-way conversation with Karen because I was like, I don't understand. Like everybody was saying, oh my gosh, like silver. But then I just had two girls under me go silver that their check was double, but they were not maxing out the Rising Star bonus. So I don't want to start like a big debate or anything. I just want to share with you, like profitability wise, long-term goals. My personal opinion is this. It's no different than our walk with Christ. If you lay a good foundation, everything else will take care of itself.
Amen.
So long-term, it's taken me probably longer to get those checks that you see on our income disclosure thing. But I have seen in the last 2 months, and like I said, when Karen called to walk through me, because I was devastated and we needed the money at the time, she was like, okay, let me walk through. She pulls up my account. She goes, I don't think I've ever seen an executive have a check that big. So, but it was totally because of the Rising Star bonus and maximizing that.
Okay,
So
so let
don't
me clarify what
discount
she
that.
said, to people who probably never heard what you just said. She said, I maxed out the Rising Star bonus. And maybe you didn't catch it, what Denise said. She said, this is for distributor to executive. You can't get the Rising Star bonus once you're silver. Do you see how that line stops right there? And then when you're silver, do you see how it goes over into generation commission? You get a different type of bonus. So when you become a silver, you no longer can receive the Rising Star bonus. Jennifer's situation was she was making killer money as an executive because she did have a really good foundation. She wasn't very deep. So when you look at your silver, now that means you're getting paid down to your sixth level. She didn't have anybody on her sixth level or people.
Can I add to this too? Jennifer has set herself up for Royal Crown Diamonds.
Absolutely.
I didn't. No, I didn't.
No, well,
God
no,
did.
it's
It was accidental, totally.
Okay. Her structure is set up for Royal Crown Diamonds, meaning just like she was showing the 7 tier, she has that many team leaders, people led that are working it. So she was able to get to silver in what time from the time you enrolled until you hit silver?
I enrolled February 26, 2013. I went silver in December of 2013. Yes. Okay.
So you're looking at the number of people she had was within a 10 months, because you really didn't make the order till March.
Right.
Just
Yes.
to let you
yes.
guys know.
Oh yeah.
This person right here is my biggest team builder. However, I did not make $50 off of her. Okay? She got on the computer and she enrolled herself in February 23rd, you said?
No, 26th, the last day of the
26th.
month, and you were out of town, and I was. Yeah.
But she didn't actually make her order until March. Okay? But that really doesn't matter. We get all this, oh, I didn't get my $50. I didn't even realize I didn't get $50 till way later, and I was like, I didn't even get paid $50 on her. I've got paid a lot more on her since then because of the way she's done it. But she was able to achieve some major goals in a very short period of time, so her check was great. But when she hit silver, she's now in the same place anybody else was that may have taken 5 or 6 years to get to. So she had a structure to hit Royal Crown Diamond, unlike the structure that Rhonda was talking about. Somebody's structure was to get to silver. That was not how Jennifer's was not set up to get silver. It was set up to get Royal Crown Diamond. Does that make sense? So your checks are going to be dependent on, just like she said, the goal. If your goal is to get that aroma complete and that silver, it may look a little differently than somebody that's got. How many people do you have on your top line? Do you remember? I know it's big. Like 50?
Oh no. I don't think so. Maybe 30.
I know you have more than me.
Okay. I don't know.
She's got a really, but someone said earlier, you said 98% are oilers. 92% are oilers, 8% are actually builders. So think about when you were asking, how big do you want that top line to be? If you had 100 people on that top line, she said that Deborah Rayburn has 150, you may have 8 really good business builders. Okay? Do you want to do all 100 all at one time and not ever support? Probably not.
Yeah, I've got 40 some odd people on my front line, but only 8 are business builders. And the others just have 1 or 2 people, or just order their 100 a month or 50 a month, whatever they want to do. Okay, let's take one more question, and then a lot of these, because we've gone over the basic, then if you still have some really detailed questions, then you'll have to get with your sponsor, Silver Upline, or me, and let's go over this one-on-one, so that we can get a better grasp of it. I will tell you, before I take your last question, this sheet is about 3 years old. And this is, I printed this off that I gave you in black and white. It's from Shannon Hudson, ShannonHudsonYL.com. Okay, this and what's on the other side, because I cannot seem to get my time zones down pat. And so this stayed at my computer back at home, and I just switched because I listen to conference calls non-stop. Because just knew when it came in, or it goes up, like, I'm on another conference call, and I gotta figure out, if it says, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, what time is that for me, Central? So I just had both, and every conference call I listened to, if they talked about compensation, I had to stop trying to get this memorized as best I can. I agree, it's not easy. It's an awesome compensation plan. Mary created this, changed it, a couple years ago. It's phenomenal, but it can be a little confusing and a little complex. That's why every single one of these meetings you will come to, we will go to the compensation plan. So I'm really sorry if you're sick of hearing it, if you've got it under your belt, but 98% of you do not. So we want to keep reiterating it over and over, and that's why I want different people teaching it. First time I taught it, this time, Charlotte taught it. So you never know, underneath your chair next time might say, you get to teach the compensation plan. Just kidding. Okay, we're gonna take one more question.
So you lose the Rising Star once you hit silver.
Correct.
So, okay, then you're brand new the next month, but that doesn't involve the Rising Star ever again, correct?
Well, your OGV does start over each month, yes, and then hopefully you'll get yourself back up to silver, but then you've got the generational commission bonus, not the Rising Star bonus.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so once you're silver, I don't get the Rising Star bonus anymore, so once you're silver, you've got all the other bonuses, which are really good. Lose is a really bad word, that's a negative word.
Sorry.
You get something bad.
With Jennifer, there's always that opportunity there.
Yeah. And I will tell you, there's a lot of information out there on the web, and even though I think YouTube is God's gift to us, it is absolutely wonderful, but there's some YouTube videos that poor Miss Jennifer watched that I don't agree with. A couple that are out there that I'm not so sure they teach the way it should be, and on this one video, it said you, and it didn't say maybe, it said, you've got to get yourself to silver. When you do, I'm telling you, your check's going to double. And that's why I got the phone call from her. And I'm like, she should have never said that. You know how much my check went up when I went silver? $150. That's the share of the silver. Because I didn't build it properly, it wasn't that deep, right? No OGV didn't really got barely made silver. I know other people, double. Check went up $3,000.
Yeah, one of my girls, she goes, it was exactly double.
Yeah.
And I was like, good. I was happy because I was
Yeah.
like, oh, I hope I don't get that phone call from her.
That doesn't mean it's always going to be that way.
Mine wasn't double. Mine was like this.
Yeah, perfect. All righty.
Rhonda,
Yes.
just reading right here, it says this bonus requires everyone to have 100 PV.
Wait a minute, where are you at?
Right here, on the Rising Star.
Everyone has to have a
Everyone.
Everyone. All those people she had up there, everyone.
Well,
Front leg.
First line, sorry, I mean first leg. Top line.
The ones that are going to qualify for it. Okay.
Yeah, not everyone in the whole
How do
group.
you get rid of those people?
Yeah, yeah, not everyone. The 7 people that Denise had up here, that was all right underneath her. That top person had to be on the century where it's been 100 PV.
Okay. Gotcha.
People under her, who cares, whatever. But the whole entire group had to be 300, the whole entire group 300 for the first 3 legs. The second 2 was 5, and the last 2 was 1,000. Okay, that took a little bit longer than what I anticipated. So, Mary Poppins doesn't sound